Hi, everybody. Is there a place for creativity in Judaism? Welcome. My name is Czapnik from the Jewish Learning Exchange in Los Angeles. I hope you and yours are well. This week's Torah portion is Parshat Ki Seitze. And when we think about creativity, we think probably not, because Judaism has many requirements and commandments and restrictions. So where could creativity come in? But we're going to see something interesting. This week's portion, Ki Seitze, has a very large, significant number of commandments. 74 commandments are found in this week's parasha, in this week's portion. Many of them deal with bein adam lechaveru, between man and fellow man. For example, helping someone load or unload an animal, and by extension, their car, or don't put a stumbling block in front of somebody. Literally means physically, but also don't give someone bad advice, physical advice or even spiritual advice. That's putting a stumbling block in front of them. How about saving somebody from a murderer, pursuing the murderer so he doesn't kill somebody? That's important. There's another mitzvah of interest-free loan, that you're not allowed to charge somebody interest on a loan. And that developed something very beautiful called gemach, or gemachim in plural. Gemach stands for gemilas chasadim, acts of loving kindness, where people purchase items to lend out free of charge. In Los Angeles, for example, we have a wedding gown gemach. We have a mezuzah gemach. If someone needs mezuzahs for a new apartment or house, and they don't want to purchase them all at one shot, they can borrow mezuzahs. There's a wig gemach, there's a tablecloth gemach, and there's even a baby equipment gemach. Free loan societies where people are creative and come up with things. What could people need that I could purchase and I could loan it to them for a while, free of charge, so that they don't have to have the expense? So that's one area of creativity. Another is the concept of other concepts of chesed, of loving kindness. Because in loving kindness, the sky's the limit of how creative we can be. I'd like to share another mitzvah, the mitzvah of returning a lost object. This is a very beautiful mitzvah, and I'd like to share, there's special laws dedicated to that. You have to make sure that it's the person's item. He should give you a sign that it is their item. So here's two short vignettes that are, I think, quite inspiring. I'm dating myself a little bit. I'm going to talk about a day timer and a phone booth. Anyone remember what those are? So someone had a book which was their schedule with a day timer. They had all their information in it, and this woman left it in a phone booth in New York City. And this religious couple open it up and see this day timer. And there's no identifying information there. It doesn't have her name or address, but there was a place that said mom and phone number. So they call, those days it was long distance, they call from the phone booth to mom and say, Mom, you don't know us, but we found your daughter's day timer in a phone booth in Manhattan, and we'd like to return it to her. So can you give her our contact information? And the mother says, wow, that's amazing. Why are you doing this? It says, because our Torah teaches us that there's a commandment to return a lost item. So she was very impressed, and she gave them, daughter, their number, and then the daughter called them, said, so grateful you found it. Thank you so much. What can I get you? Said, don't give us anything. It's really not necessary. Please, just, you come to our home, pick it up, and this way you'll have it. And the woman comes to their house with this beautiful bouquet of flowers. And the couple said to them, we told you, don't buy us anything. We were happy to do the mitzvah, fulfill the commandment. There's no need to buy it. He says, no. The flowers are not for giving me back the day timer. The flowers are for giving me back my mother. He says, what do you mean? He says, I wasn't raised religious, and my mother didn't agree and didn't understand the change of life that I got involved in Judaism and started becoming religious. And she was very upset at all these regulations and these rules, and didn't understand why I'm changing my lifestyle to become more orthodox. And then when she heard a phone call from strangers who don't know me and don't know her, that want to return my daughter's daytimer, she said, maybe my daughter isn't as crazy as I thought. And I've reconnected to my mother. So the flowers are for returning not the daytimer, but returning my mother. A beautiful story. And one final one, there was a man who was selling on eBay. And he sold, and he got a great deal on some iPads. And he put them up for sale, and the next morning he saw they were all gone. He was very happy. He was wondering, so fast? And he got a message, please contact me right away. Now this man didn't put his real name on where he was selling it. He put the name of a great Hasidic master, L.Y. Berditchev, Levi Yitzchak of Berditchev. Oh, great Hasidic master. He just said L.Y. Berditchev, that's what he did. And he gets an email from Yaakov in Lakewood, which is a religious community a large religious community in Lakewood, New Jersey. And Yaakov says, please contact me. And he contacts him and says, I saw that you had a deal for iPads, and you sold them for $400 probably, but by mistake you only wrote 40, and that would have caused you a great loss. And because no one sells an iPad for 40, you didn't buy it for 40, you bought it for more than that. So I bought all of your iPads that you were selling for 40 when you really meant to write 400, so that you shouldn't have a loss. So just pay me for the iPads that I purchased, and I'll send them back to you. Yaakov from Lakewood did not know L.Y. Berditchev. L.Y. Berditchev did not know Yaakov, and Yaakov didn't want to say who his real name was. But he wanted to spare a fellow Jew loss and return the money to him, and that's what he did. So creativity is live and well in Judaism, especially in the area of how you help somebody else, be it figuring out what people could use free of charge in a free loan society, or how to return items to somebody. When it comes to helping others, creativity is alive and well in Judaism. May we be creative in being the best that we can be and being the nicest to our brothers and sisters. Have a wonderful Shabbos.